some more.
Yo, what's good, people? Izzy Max here, back again with another NDL matchup. This matchup is against Toxic and C-Rad. There are a few things that happened in this match, but I will talk about them when we get there. You see the 6 that both of these coaches brought. I do think this match is in C-Rad's favor. Slow King looks like it's going to be kind of an issue. He does have the Gastrodon, however. Also, AV Rhyperior is a super smart bring, especially if Toxic's going to set the sand for him. I really like the Tangrowth, and I think Porygon 2 is going to be kind of a struggle for Toxic to get off the field. However, if Tyranitar can get going, I do believe it kind of can put in some work. Rhyperior does kind of tell Tyranitar no. But off the lead here, we do see Hitmontop Tyranitar. Pretty good lead. Fake out support is kind of important here. Let's see what happens. So we are going to set Trick Room. Okay. And then go for the Max Knuckle into T-Tar. This is just fine. I do believe Toxic will probably fake out the Slow King. But I don't think Tyranitar really wants to take this hit, like, at all. So I'm interested to see how this T-Tar will actually take this hit. We do see the weakness policy on the Tyranitar, which is a smart bring. Super Power comes off, doesn't even do half. This is a very bulky T-Tar, and we see the Max Knuckle come out, just completely obliterate the T-Tar. So this is a really good start for C-Rad. I do like the Bullet Punch, but I probably would have maxed my T-Tar. Granted, I don't know if it would have saved it. Probably would have, but we do now see the Trick Room come up, so Rhyperior is very much a threat. Heal Pulse is really interesting. I do really like that play. Oh no, okay, so he's gonna go back for the Psychic and the Rockfall into the Charizard. We're gonna see the Max on the Charizard. This is probably gonna be G-Max. Yeah. G-Max Charizard comes out. This could be an issue, but I don't really think so. We do see the Max Guard, so that is a good play. Psychic comes off, doing a big chunk. Rockfall goes into the Protect, and we do just see the close combat. Rhyperior is getting kind of low, but we do know that the Slow King does have the Heal Pulse. Firing off another Psychic into the Hitmontop, and just another Rockfall into the Charizard. Kind of wasting Toxic's turn to get back in this game. We do actually get the double Protect with the Max Guard, but the Psychic is able to just knock out the Hitmontop. And Rockfall, of course, into the Protect. So C-Rad doesn't have his Dynamax anymore. I don't think it matters because Rhyperior probably still knocks out the Charizard. As we do see the Garbodor come out here. Interesting bring, but I'm not against it. So out now, I do believe a Scald and a Rock Slide probably KOs this Charizard unless he's Charty Berry. Scald doing big damage. Rock Slide come off. Unfortunately missing the Garbodor, but you hit your target in the Charizard, which is what you wanted to hit anyway. So this match is pretty well over. The Seed Bomb there, good tech, but I probably would have been hitting the Rhyperior. But both Mons can do a lot of damage to your Garbodor, so this game is pretty well over. Psychic comes out, critical hit, doesn't KO it, almost does, and then we do see the Aftermath not KOing the Rhyperior. So we're going into game 2 here, and this is why I said things are going to get a little interesting. This is the legit game 2. What ended up happening was this game got disconnected. I'm going to talk over this game. C-Rad ended up winning 2-0. But what happened was you'll see that the game ended up getting disconnected. C-Rad was in a fantastic position in order to just kind of win, probably by 2 or 3, 3-0 or a 2-0. But what ended up happening when they redid their match, is Toxic switched his leads. So you see he led T-Tar Excadrill here. In the rematch of Game 2, he ended up leading Excadrill Garbodor, which is a better lead on Toxic's side. But Charles led the same way, like he was just going to replay the match. So for any coaches watching or anyone who cares, if you get DC'd mid-match, you need to recreate everything as close to perfect as possible. Pokemon is an RNG-based game. Not based, but there's a lot of RNG. So you can't get it perfect, but it needs to be as close as possible. Because like I said, after this, C-Rad basically would have won by 3. Rhyperior in this match was going to completely sweep. But then in the rematch, I think C-Rad only won by 1. So for Toxic out there, if you ever get DC'd again, you have to lead the same way. Try to recreate what happened. But for that, C-Rad is getting the 7-0, 4-0 from game 1, and then the 3-0 for this one. So it is kind of unfortunate, but that's how the game would have played out. Me and a few other people rewatched this and all came to the consensus that it would have more than likely been a 3-0. So, sucks to suck. I'm sorry, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. Those are the rules. I know the rules aren't like stated like that, but it's kind of common knowledge. So just next time if you DC, make sure you actually replay what happened. Don't change your leads. Don't do anything. Play it how the game was supposed to be played for the before the DC. But anyway, we see here that I think we're already up. Oh no, okay, so C-Rad lost them on. We do see the Protect. The Max Knuckle comes off. It kills the T-Tar anyway. But now we have a Storm Drain Porygon too. So that's kind of clutch. Do see the Tri-Attack come off. It does decent damage, but the AV T-Tar AV Rhyperior in the sand doesn't take too much from that Earth Power. Not having access to Scald is really hurting the Gastrodon here. Charizard comes out. Not really going to matter. I think Toxic's already used his Dynamax. So this, like I said, this game is pretty much over. There's the DC, and that's where things end. So without further ado, this is going to be the game. Again, it sucks, but that's kind of how the rules have to be played. So yeah, without further ado, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.